Broncos country, the wait is finally over. Training camp has officially kicked off and the excitement is through the roof. This is the moment every fan has been waiting for, the first real glimpse of what this new season could hold. ESPN just dropped their latest rankings of all 32 NFL starting lineups, and the Denver Broncos come in at number 6. It's a spot that reflects a team loaded with talent and ready to prove itself. At the top of the list are the Baltimore Ravens, Philadelphia Eagles, Detroit Lions, Buffalo Bills, and the Kansas City Chiefs, rounding out the top 5. Right behind Denver are Washington and the Rams, with Cincinnati at number 9. A surprising placement, given their shaky defense. Digging deeper, the Broncos' defense continues to command respect, consistently landing at or near the top in national rankings. Offensively, the team is seen hovering in the middle tier, around 10 to 15, but there's an undeniable sense that this group can climb higher. Some might argue the Chiefs deserve their top 5 spot, but there's a case to be made that Denver's overall roster is stronger, more balanced, and primed for a breakout season. Training camp is where the groundwork for greatness begins. Every drill, every rep, every snap brings us closer to kickoff, and closer to proving that this Broncos roster is built to shock the league. When you break it down, ESPN's projected starting lineup for the Broncos doesn't hold many surprises, just 2 notable shakeups. On offense, Pat Bryant gets the nod over Devin Veal, and on defense, Jaquan McMillan edges out Riley Moss for a cornerback spot. Bryant has been turning heads all offseason, dominating rookie minicamp, OTAs, and mandatory workouts, so it's hard to argue with that move. The bigger debate comes in the secondary. Many expected Patrick Surtain II, Riley Moss, and Jaquan McMillan to headline the cornerback group, with Jade Barron rotating in as the primary nickel corner. But ESPN believes McMillan or Barron might leapfrog Moss. Could they be right? Training camp will give us the real answer, but for now, it's all speculation. ESPN also highlighted the Broncos' biggest strength, weakness, and X-factor heading into 2025. Their top strength: the offensive line. This unit quietly dominated last season, leading the NFL in both pass block and run block win rates. With Garrett Bowles, Ben Powers, Luke Wattenberg, Quinn Miners, and Mike McGlinchey all returning, each with over 800 snaps under their belts, continuity is fueling confidence. Wattenberg ranked first in pass block win rate league-wide, Miners 3rd, and Powers 4th, proving this group isn't just solid, it's elite. Many analysts still call Denver's pass rush the heart of the team, but the numbers don't lie. This offensive line might be the true engine that powers the Broncos' resurgence. If you ask me, the Broncos' true superpower still lies in their relentless pass rush. But if the offensive line dominates in 2025 the way ESPN predicts, combined with that fearsome front on defense, Denver has the perfect formula for a championship run. Control the trenches, and everything else falls into place. Now let's talk about the X-factor ESPN singled out: Marvin Mims. At first, it might surprise some, but the more you think about it, the more it makes sense. Last season, Mims posted an eye-popping 2.8 yards per route run, one of the most efficient marks in the league, but he did it on just 182 total routes. Of his 52 targets, nearly 20 came on screen passes, meaning Denver barely tapped into his full route tree. That's where the opportunity lies. If Mims can refine his route running, sharpen his breaks, and use his speed to consistently separate downfield, he could become the spark this offense desperately needs. Courtland Sutton remains the reliable veteran presence, but pairing him with a fully unlocked Mims could give Denver a lethal 1-2 punch at wide receiver. Mims' breakout potential isn't just about offense either. His game-changing speed on special teams adds another layer to his impact. If he takes that next step, the Broncos might finally have the explosive weapon that tilts games in their favor. Now, every strength has its counterweight, and ESPN believes the Broncos' biggest weakness lies at wide receiver. Their reasoning: uncertainty. Beyond Courtland Sutton, who posted a career-high 81 catches last season, no one has fully proven they can be the consistent second option. Marvin Mims, Devon Veal, Troy Franklin, and Pat Bryant all have potential, but questions remain about who will truly step up. Here's where I push back. Calling it a weakness because it's unproven misses the point. Unknown doesn't always mean unreliable. It can mean untapped. This group is stacked with young talent, and with the right development, it could transform into one of the most explosive units in the league. If there's a real concern, it's depth in other areas, particularly linebacker, where injuries could quickly expose a thin rotation, and the tight end group, which still lacks the versatility Denver would like. One stat from last season underscores why growth at wide receiver matters so much. The Broncos went 1-6 in one-score games. The defense did its job, constantly pressuring quarterbacks, but in crunch time the offense lacked enough proven weapons to close out tight contests. That's the challenge heading into 2025, and the opportunity for this young receiving core to rewrite the narrative. Going 1-6 in one-score games last season sent a clear message. This offense wasn't producing enough points when it mattered most. A young and inexperienced receiving core struggled to stretch the field, finishing 24th out of 32 teams. That has to change in 2025. The good news: there's every reason to believe it will. The addition of Evan Engram gives Denver a dynamic weapon at tight end, one who will draw coverage and create opportunities for emerging receivers. Last season's biggest issue was the lack of explosive plays. Denver rarely connected on deep throws, leaving too many drives stalling short. Stretching the field isn't just about showmanship. It's about putting yourself in position to score. Deeper shots mean more chunk plays, more chances at touchdowns, and more pressure on opposing defenses. With improved play action, fueled by a stronger run game featuring J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey, the Broncos can finally open up the playbook and attack vertically. All the pieces are in place for Bo Nix to take command, spread the ball around, and make this offense a threat from every level of the field. The message heading into 2025 is simple: no more holding back. It's time to unleash the Broncos' true offensive firepower.